anytime Jalen Brunson is going to get downhill, you got to understand the fact of what he's reading so you can understand what he's going to do. So when he ends up turning this corner here, notice what Embiid is going to do. He's going to step in, which shows you that at 6 foot, I can't finish at the rim. So what now must I do? If I want to be able to at least get to my buckets and be able to score, instead of trying to get as far deep down as I can, I turn this corner, I seek contact with Oubre, put him in jail, and watch the movement that he does as he continues to go down. By Jalen Brunson taking this one step right here, that gives him all the space he needs. Because notice where Oubre is going to go. He's going to go outside where that foot was so that he could get back in front, but Brunson goes back into a step back, which makes these moves so tough. He covers space and takes it up, so then you have to navigate around it, and he goes the opposite direction. So his mid-range shot just gets extremely difficult to contest. Nobody on Mitchell Robinson. Now you end up kicking out to Jalen Brunson, and y'all got to understand this when it comes to his finishing. Jalen Brunson don't need a lay. He don't need to get these lays around the rim like that. He's not as acrobatic. He's not that athletic. What he does instead, when he gets these blow-bys, he makes sure that I could be able to cut back in front of you, right? Understand, is that I'm not going to try to go blow by you, no contact. I need to keep that contact engaged so I could be able to get you on my tail side when I get into these floaters and not take up room on the big who's coming to protect the rim. And that's how he's staying efficient around the rim every single time. Coming off this handoff, right? Switch right there with Campaign. Watch Campaign's head. Watch where he turns to. He turns right, realizes I got Oubre right there to plug in that middle. So now where am I going to lead Brunson? To that middle, right? And that's Jalen Brunson's left hand, though. That's where he messed up. Because now going to his strong hand, his dominant hand, is going to make it easier for him to do exactly this. When he has gaps here, for him to navigate through that, make his body skinny, and get fouls. You're like, where'd the foul happen? This is where the foul happened, right? Notice right here, this move right there. The ultimate foul bait glitch, the low rip through. If y'all don't have it, y'all need it, especially as a small guard. Get that low rip through, you're gonna get so many fouls. It's insane. People don't know how to stop themselves. Look, watch Brunson, right? He tells Josh Hart, go to that left side. Me? Yeah, go to that left side, nigga. All right, come up on this side. DiVincenzo, you come up high, right? And now spacing the floor this way, telling Hart to get to that left, DiVincenzo to come up and set this screen. This now has opened up this right side for me to push cross and get into my bag, which is boom right here, step back to this baseline. I get to my bucket, and that's how scorers get to their spots. They establish spacing on the floor, and then they get to their spot once they open up the space for their spot. Been trying to tell y'all, if y'all don't get spacing, you can't cook. Watch what Brunson does, right? He tells Anunoby to clear out from that corner, right? And now once he gets off this Iverson cut, he's now able to catch, and he can now turn this corner right here to his left side, to his left hand, and get to that left hand floater and one bucket. You need to get spacing if you want to cook. It's the main ingredient to cook. You need spacing. If you don't get spacing, you're not cooking. Simple as that. Look, it's important to know who you want to attack in our offense. Brunson got that hand loaded up right here. What are you about to do? He about to tell somebody to do something. Get down. Talking to Hartenstein. Because if Hartenstein comes up and sets the screen, then Joel Embiid is going to be in a drop. And Jalen Brunson may just not like that as much as what he has here with Josh Hart. Notice, right? He called for this screen from Josh Hart. And you have the possibility for a switch if Oubre does get screened well. But what ends up occurring, Oubre chases over the top. Clean. Let me get the screen again to see if I can get a switch. But instead, let me leverage the gravity, double cross. Hit that to that right side. I get into the paint, and I don't even try to get to the rim because I just need my space in the mid-range because I'm not acrobatic and athletic enough to finish all the way at the rim. This little action going on his right side, right? Brunson's got Lowry, ends up switching here with Maxey, and now he comes up from inside that arc into a handoff. And notice what happens here. Maxey meets him on this other side. And so now Brunson wants to rescreen. And notice what Maxey now does. He jumps that rescreen and watch what Hartenstein does. He rescreens like that. He stays so patient and just waited for Brunson to then make his go to set a screen that could get Maxey hit. And he gets out into space and is able to get his three off against that drop coverage. You need players like Hartenstein who are going to want to invest into themselves and develop the IQ necessary to set good screens for their scores. Repeat this. While MB wants to do all this showboating, right? Too little. Y'all too slow, right? Get back on goddamn defense, right? And notice what Brunson's going to do. I got an empty right corner. I'm going to leverage the fact of that. Maxi's trying to take it away for a second, get you on your heels, you hop up, you get bilateral, right? You get back to that split stance and your weight is distributed between both feet. So what does that tell Brunson, right? Or what should that even tell you anytime you see a defender in this spot? They're going to be a step late. Why? You got to understand. If your weight is on both feet and you're trying to move as a defender and play basketball, you got to take steps. Meaning you have to take one foot, push off of that, and then step with the other one, put the weight on that, and constantly shift that so you can take steps. But if your weight is on both, you're going to have to redistribute your weight to one foot to then get yourself out. And now it becomes a battle of this. It becomes a battle of, can this step right here be quicker than that step right there out of Brunson? Can you match that? On the top of the fact that you have to react to him, it's going to be extremely hard to do so. And so when you get someone in a split stance like that, they're going to be late. They can't maintain legal guarding position. Foul right there from Brunson. And even if you don't have that, you may get a blocking foul. You may even just get a lane to the rim. So understand this. If you simply know Jalen Brunson's tendencies, you already know what he's about to do right here. You know what he's going to about to do right here. Boom, fake handoff. And how the fuck you let him get a layup? And it's game 6 of the playoffs when that shit is on the scouting report. But you got to understand time and place. Two most important parts of this situation, right? Understand. Instead of doing this at the top of the first quarter, top of the second quarter, fresh out of halftime, he does this with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Meaning that players are already going to be tired. They're going to be lollygagging. They're going to be chilling. They're not going to be thinking about what's going to transpire, and they're going to get caught in the hypnotic rhythm of the game in itself. And so you're going to forget about the scouting report. You're going to forget about the game plan. You're going to forget about the habits. And this is going to happen. You're going to slip up and let Jalen Brunson fake that handoff and turn the corner. Got him. Got him. So look, this is a skill guards need because you never know where you'll be. Watch Brunson. He ends up getting left. Watch this dribble. He shortened the height of that dribble. I don't even know if y'all peeped it. But it throws off the defender's rhythm so much. It's like, how do I even guard at this cadence? You know what I'm saying? It's so weird because he dribbles. Look at this. Shortens it. Ball doesn't even get above that knee. Gets down. Rejects that screen that's coming up. Now gets it back to Hartenstein. That's the most important part. Because instead of going from a screen where I'm towards half court and he's already ready to jump out, I'm now able to go from this right elbow up into a handoff. And now he could actually get clipped by Hartenstein because he's ready to set them screens. And now watch what Brunson does. Brunson decides to go and engage Embiid. And by engaging, you automatically disengage by bringing yourself back because Embiid is playing a drop and he's not going to commit to Brunson. He's only trying just to show and take away what he's there at that point in time. And so as he decides to get back, I've got this little gap in time between Batum gets back to me, and now I get that step back, and I'm able to get my bucket. Playing this game smart, man. Playing this game smart. At this point in time, you got Jalen Brunson with 3 defenders all within a 3-foot vicinity of him. And if I told you he's going to score, you wouldn't believe me. You wouldn't believe me, right? You're like, ain't no damn way he going to score. But his teammates still got gravity. Watch what happens. Hartenstein rolls, Embiid leaves, he falls for that pump fake, he steps through, finds a lane to be able to get that shit up and get a bucket. Now, this is how you're able to utilize spacing to another level. This is not really intentful, but this is just useful for this time and place. Because Brunson gets off the screen going left. I got DiVincenzo to my left, and Batum's guarding him. And DiVincenzo been hitting shots all game. So he's going to second guess helping when he comes off the screen. So that's something y'all could do. If you got a shooter on your team, put them one pass away from you if you do struggle getting past that first level of help. So now you can get past that, and now you're getting further down. You're just attacking a drop possibly or whatever is inside the paint, playing inside out. Just play basketball at that point. And so now what ends up occurring for Brunson, he's just able to get to exactly what he wants to. You got Hield who's out of position. Now I'm just able to get to the mid-range, shot over the top, net. That's a bucket. And so off these side out of bounds, you already know what Jalen Brunson going to do. He going to chase. He going to chase right back into it. But now positioning, right? If a defender's just guarding you with bad positioning, take advantage of them every time. Don't hesitate. Don't look to your coach. Don't second guess. Take advantage. And watch Oubre. He's forcing him middle and forcing him to his left hand. So now you're automatically cooked. It's GG's. You break your base. Brunson always seeking his contact. Gets into the body because you got Embiid down here. And he does all that so I could cut you off and then be able to get up into my shot and end up getting that foul and a bucket. That contact is the most important part. Y'all got to see it again. Y'all got to see the contact. Just watch the contact the whole way through, right? He gets left, off arm swipe. After I get the swipe, we got a little bit of a gap right here. I get back into that body, cut off his angle to get back in front of me, and I stop while you're still going downhill trying to get back in front. You get hit, you fall down, but even though you fell, I'm the one to get the foul on the bucket. Kind of makes you look goofy, but when you play the game smart, you make people look goofy.